welcome to Fit Fusion. I am Dawn Van Dort. I'm going to be your fitness coach today. And today we're going to be doing chair exercises utilizing a ball and a band. This workout is for everybody, especially senior citizens, people with limited mobility, anybody recovering from a knee or a foot injury. Chair is always a good way to go. We're going to go to a seat and we're just going to get you started. I'm going to kind of give you some different modifications as we follow through the program today. Just make sure you're choosing the things that you're most comfortable with for your fitness level, and of course don't do anything that you're not comfortable doing. So I'm going to start by just setting this stuff down. If you don't have a lift band, you're welcome to do the exercises without. To order them online, they'll usually come in sets from light to really heavy resistance. And instead of a ball, you can always use a small decorative pillow, or just fold your pillow in half, place it between the knees or wherever we're using it. So first thing I want you to have you do is just sit up nice and tall. We're going to keep the shoulders back and relaxed. Hands out to your sides, and we're just going to take a second just to get that circulation going and just shake out those fingers. And you can feel free to go different places, in or out, up or down, wherever you feel like moving those wrists around a little bit. And then we're just going to swing those arms up about chest level, making sure not to round the shoulders. If you need to use your backrest, you just scoot back in that chair, but think about keeping your chest lifted. Every once in a while, I'll probably turn sideways today on the chair like this, just so you can kind of see about what we're talking about, not sitting like this, but sitting upright. This isn't going to be a total body workout that we're going to do today, so we're just going to kind of warm up and stretch everything. Swinging those arms back is going to open up the chest and the shoulders, so we're going to lean forward just a little bit. Just taking even breaths in and out. Now we're just going to take it a little bit more of a side to side, still keeping that chest up. Getting a little rotation through that waistline. Take a full breath in, and then exhale slowly. All right, let's go and just bring it back to center right here. And I want you to take one arm and just reach it up. If it's hard on your shoulders, you're going to bend that arm as we lift the rib cage up. I like to call this the bird wing, trying to discourage you from reaching straight up, especially if it hurts your shoulders. Now we're going to bring it up and over and do the other side. As well as pulling the ribs up, you can always think of pushing that hip bone down on the same side, and that'll also give you a little bit more of a stretch. Now as we go from side to side, with any stretches that we do, I encourage you to find your stretches. I like to lean forward just a little bit and look up. I find that helps me most where I need to stretch in my lower back and side. So feel free to explore. Hold on to that chair. We're just in a stretching phase right now, so it's okay to hold on. I encourage you to lift through the fingertips so you're engaging more of those obliques. Gazing up keeps the pressure off of your neck. And let's bring it down. Let's just do a quick stretch on your neck muscles. We're going to look over your shoulder. And once you're looking over that shoulder, just bring that chin down, lift it up, and then return to center. We'll go to the other side. Lower down, lift up, return to center. Now this time, let's tilt the head. Bring that chin down, and back up, and then center. Lean the head, chin down, lift up, and center. Now cap those shoulders. Make little circles on the walls. We're going to warm up those shoulders. We will be working shoulders, knees, hips, feet, and core today. A little bit of everything. Let's go the other way. So this is a safe and effective workout. And we'll make it as fun as we can be for exercise. I want you to take those arms and march them up and down. Sometimes the best feeling we have is when we're done with our exercises. Sometimes it can be hard to motivate to exercise, but once you just get up and get moving, you're good to go. Let's do one more of these stretches to each side. Good, and bring both hands out in front. Now lacing those fingers as you press your palms to me. Drop those shoulders down and make the letter C. So from the side, I'm kind of scooping my belly, and then when I pull my hands in, I'm going to sit up tall like I'm being lengthened upward by a rope. So big exhale, think of emptying the lungs. In Pilates, we call this a hot breath. It's like fogging up a piece of glass with your breath, and then sitting tall on that release. Exhale under. Inhale, sit tall. Just one more time, and just let's hold that stretch. Now big reach up and just slide those hands back behind your head and look up for just a moment. And bring it back to neutral. Place one hand on each of your legs. Now we're going to start off with something fairly easy but very, very important. A lot of the times where we hurt our back is by grabbing things and pulling them, whether you're bent over, pulling weeds in the garden, grabbing something in your car, lifting up and pulling. So it's important to keep these muscles right here strong. We're going to lean right onto that thigh. Elbow is strong, hand is relaxed. You can hold a fist if you need to. You're going to reach down toward your foot, and then we're going to come up and we're just going to lift up and over towards the ceiling. So we're going to look down, reach towards the toe, abs pulled in tight, and let's come back up. Here we go, ready? Down, reach, down, reach. Now I'm going to give you a couple different progressions and or modifications. And this is where it's going to be important that you choose what suits you and your fitness level. I like to call this the shock absorber arm because I can use my arm if I need it, but now I'm relying a little bit more on my core to lift, a little less on my arm to push off. If I wanted to progress that even further, I would go more into a windmill stretch where we're letting one arm go back and then lifting up with this side. That's going to give you a little bit more work. Let your head follow, turning to one side and then to the other side. Let's do just a couple more. And every time we're leaning forward, we're pulling those abs in. Last one, please. And just hold it up here for a second and release slowly. Slide that elbow down. Let's find that stretch down here. Rotate, dropping that shoulder. And let's just do a little practice. You might have one side of your body that works really well with some things, and some it doesn't. So again, always listening to your body. Another thing I'm a pretty bad nag about is watching the space between your shoulder and your earlobe. A lot of the time we have very overactive traps and we tend to hunch our shoulders a lot. So think about keeping a long neck. Good. See where you want to progress this to. Maybe we want to add that last part where we came up. Rotate and reach. Nice deep breath in. And lift. Turn and lift. Let's do one more. And hold it. One hand on each thigh, bring it back to center. Let's walk those feet in. We're going to work into some lower body stuff, starting with heel and back. Now when you're sticking that foot out in front, I want you to pull your big toe towards your shin, so we're flexing your foot. Flex and back to neutral. Flex, neutral. Hands are up, abs are tight. Out and in. Good. Now we're adding a little punch to this. We're going to come out with that same arm, out and pull it back. Reach, pull it back. Shoulders low, punch and pull. Let's do that 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, same arm, same leg, repeat it. Out and back, punch, pull. Let's do 2 more. Switch sides, let's go. Out and back, punch, pull. Don't forget, we're still lengthening up through that spine. Sitting tall, trying not to use that backrest. Switch sides, give me 4. 4, 3, 2, switch sides, give me 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, switch sides, 2 and 2, go. 1 and 2, and switch again. 1, 2, 1. Now single counts. 8 more, 7, 6. Getting those thighs nice and warm for 4 more counts. 4 and 3, 2. Stop now. Hands on. Let's stretch that lower back. Now, if it's hard for you to reach all the way to the floor, here's where either a yoga block or a ball comes in really handy, because that way you have something to hold on to. All right, if you're not going to use that to come forward, you're just going to slide your hands right down to the tops of your feet, slowly releasing your head, abs pulled in tight. So from the side, shake out that neck. Now walk it over to one side. You can loop underneath that leg and pull. So if you're doing that loop and pull, it's just going to get you a little deeper stretch. Otherwise, you can be right here with that arm crossed over, head is turned up towards the ceiling. With those abs tight, walk it over to the other side. Again, you can either go under or across. And let's walk it back to center. Hang down one more time. Hands on. Bring it up nice and slow. Good. Let's grab our ball. This is one of my favorite tools to use in fusion classes. So I use this a lot in Pilates fusion. Sometimes even on a spin bike or a treadmill. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with this ball. First thing we're going to do, put it right between those knees. You want your feet relatively close together. Now it's more than just the inner thighs that we're working here. We are also right in here. I call this the triangle. Those deeper abdominals, pelvic floor muscles. So we're going to start by doing a Kegel squeeze. Right, now without lifting those shoulders up, tighten up as tight as you can here. Now start squeezing into that ball. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, release. Again, pelvic floor first. Now squeeze and hold. And release. Again, pelvic floor, squeeze and hold. Keep it here. Now let's make that just a little bit harder. I'm going to take those hands up so my core is more engaged. And as I squeeze into that ball, I'm going to pull my rib cage towards my belly button, and I'm going to come back up. Pull your elbows towards each other just a little bit, and come up. Ready? Down and up. Now, you're not rounding the shoulders. Okay, here's another side view. I don't want you doing this. Okay, I want you to pull your ribs to your belly button as you're squeezing that ball. Crunch and squeeze. Nice long neck. Squeeze. Now, when we're opening, we're pulling those shoulder blades to the spine. Crunch, open. This is the closest to twerking you'll ever see me doing. Last one. That's just scary. Let's bring it back to the front for a second. Now, we're not done with this ball yet. I think this is one of my favorite parts that I like to do. This has to do with those hips and everything attached to all those internal, external obliques here. We're going to keep those hands up just because we want to keep that core engaged. I want you to lift one leg up. Now, put that one down, lift that other leg up. If you're feeling that too much here, I want you to lean back instead, and you're going to do it here. Keep it going. The rest of the body is relaxed, just the core engaged and inner thighs squeezing as we're doing that lift. Foot position, I like to flex my foot, but you don't have to. Feel the navel drawing tight to that spine on that lift. Now, when I change tempo, you don't have to do that. If you are comfortable here, you're going to stay right here. Are you ready? Set, go. Twist, twist, twist. Good, good. Keep it here. Don't let those shoulders round. Just pull, elbow towards knee, go. Pull, pull. Last 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, what's next? I'll tell you what's next. First thing we're going to do is just a calf raise. Now this is your option if you don't want to do what I'm about to do. Again, I'm going to show from this side. We're doing that calf raise. We're just up, and down. Always a great idea to do calf raises anyway, but now I'm gonna have you sit back and I want you to lift those knees up. Pull and lift. Keep that chest tall. Now you might only be able to get your feet about an inch off the floor, that's okay. Big exhale as you lift. It's okay if you're rocking back a little bit. Do your best. What if I want to make this harder? I want to put those hands up. Maybe even reach them up high. Woo woo. You might be surprised you're doing this. Kind of looks harder than it really is. And we're going to stop right there, grabbing that ball. Walk those legs out to a comfortable straddle. Extend one leg straight. Let's come right down and stretch. Now let's come back up to the center. Go to the other side. Extend that leg out. Lean forward. Either elbow on knee or that shock absorber arm. All right, let's come back to the center. Now we're going to set our ball down. We're going to work a little bit of upper body as we let everything from here to here just kind of relax for a little bit. I like to always make sure we have plenty of time to recover. So great time to start strengthening, especially rotator cuff. So we're going to work through some shoulders. This is a nice light, easy one. If you have a light, easy one, it moves pretty easily. Sitting with feet hip width apart, arms are stacked. So we don't want those elbows out here. Now you're going to lift up right about where your nose is, and that's where you're going to press that band out. Now you're going to come down, driving those elbows past. So we come up, give it a little press out. Now if you can sit in front of a mirror or something where you see a reflection so you can see yourself doing this. The one part about me doing videos versus live classes is I can't see you. I'm not sure what you're doing. Are you elevating your shoulders? Are you keeping those shoulders down? But if you can see yourself in the mirror, then you can check and see if you are. Sometimes you won't realize you're doing it, or those elbows are popping out like this. So just kind of keep an eye on it. Your brain likes to cheat. This is so good for those posture muscles and that upper back. You can feel the strength in the back of the shoulders and the muscles that live right between your shoulder blades. Great to help keep you upright. We want to strengthen the upper back and stretch the chest to keep good posture. And I'll give you a little semi-side view on this. This is about how high up my arms are coming. No benefit to me raising up any higher. Press it out. Elbows drive back. Up, press, in and down. Good. How about one more like that? Just enough to burn just a little bit. Now, just rotator cuff. We're going to turn those thumbs out a little bit. You can make a fist, keeping your elbow right into your rib cage. Slightly press away. Very tempting to do this. And again, if that is too hard to do with the band, you just drop that band down, put your elbows to your ribs, and just practice going in and out without any resistance there. That works fine too. What's funny about working your rotator cuff, you can try different hand positions too. I just switched mine. Keep your wrist straight. You don't really feel them until they've had it. Once they're burning really bad, they let you know they're done. They don't want to work anymore. There's something I will refer to as workable pain. Workable pain means, ow, it burns a little bit. So how many more of these do I have to do? Where versus a pain that's acute or sharp is your body's way of saying you got no business doing this. Don't do it. Or just ouch, stop. Now, what if I just want to stop for just a couple seconds and shake it out? Maybe I have a couple reps left. Just because I'm still going doesn't mean you have to. So right about now, I'm starting to feel that deep burning. These are the muscles we want to make sure we're keeping muscle tone. We're keeping them strong. We're keeping them active. We need them. If we stop using muscles, we lose them. And we do not want to lose these. We want to be active. Let's rest. Now, this is pretty tired now. All right, so we're going to just do a little front and back. Stretch that out a little bit, bring one hand behind. You have a slight forward lean as we're doing those. Now we're going to switch back to lower body. We're going to put this around our feet. We're going to start with the lateral muscles in the outer thigh first, and then we're going to go to hip external rotation. So let's get those hands up again. They can be up here like you're going to box, or you can just hold them with your elbows kind of resting on your chest, tapping one foot to the side. Here's what your brain's going to want to do. All right, we don't want that. We want out and in. The movement starts through here, out and in. Some people like to place the band around their knees. That's fine too, but there will be different exercises. Try not to let the rest of your body move. Your brain will come up with some different ideas about how we can make this exercise harder. We don't want to do that. Even if you have to slow your pace down a little bit. Out, in, out, in. And we're still long through here, tall through here. I'll let you guys count how many times I cue that just in this one video. As you go through any of my videos that I'll be doing in your fusion series, you're going to hear those cues a lot. Core, neck, shoulders, chest. So right about now, we're feeling just a little bit of burning going on. Muscles are getting warm. Excellent. Now, before we switch sides, let's take this same leg and I want you to lift it up and hold it. Now put it down. If that's too much, you're going to kick that band off and you're going to do that without. And rest it down. Ready? Hands up. Let's go. Kick, hold. And down. Ready? Up. Hold. And down. Up. Hold. These are also really good to do when you're laying flat in bed. Even without putting anything underneath your knee, you can just squeeze that quad as tight as you can, letting your leg push down into your mattress. And you'll really feel a good burn through the quad. Real good for knee issues. So right now, we're in a gentle warming right there at the top of that thigh. Okay, hold. We got 3 more of these to go. Hold it. We want the outer thigh resting because we got to do the other side. And down. And rest. Give it a love. Now we're going to slide that band back on. Now, get those knees squared up. Everything's lined up. We got those hands where you're comfortable. Right here is fine too, right? All right, here we go. Out and in. Find the tempo that feels best with you. If you like to use the music as a guide to go faster or slower, you can, but you don't have to. This is your workout. You're working at your pace. And you'll feel this all through that waistline too. It's not just that outer thigh. It all works together. Lengthening upward, breathing out. In through the nose. Exercise feels so good. Getting the body moving and stretching. Almost everything we're going to do is functional training. We put the fun in functional. Yeah, I promise I won't say that ever again. Keep going. But that's what we want to do. We want our bodies to be able to keep moving, doing the things we love to do without causing injury. We want to correct older injuries and get stronger so we can do our fun things again. Again, always listening to your body. Keep it going. And going for that gentle warming, just enough to feel that your muscles are like, thank you for using me today. I needed this. Remember, we only get this one vehicle. This is your car. You're driving it. You gotta do the maintenance. Or if your check engine light comes on and you're ignoring it, you usually get in trouble. All right, let's go ahead and do that other part now. So decide if you want to use that band or not. You might have one good side, one bad side. It's okay if you do different things on both sides. We're gonna squeeze and hold. Arms come down. Ready? Let's go. Up and hold. and release. Up and hold. And again, up and hold. Up and hold. Thinking about our form. Most of the time, the reason we slouch is it takes a lot of muscles to keep you upright. We just get tired. Remember, rest if you need to. If that burning is getting a little bit too much or it's translating to sharp pain, that's when you need to stop. I'm a big fan of icing your knees. If you've had any injury, make sure you're still icing those knees. Just one more time. Good, now we're gonna rest that up. Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did, translating back to our body. Let's work some upper back. So the other part of our posture and our shoulders is our upper back. Now, if you've got arthritis, you could just hold like this, have it just right around your wrist, or just hold like this, so you're not having to grip it like this. Find out what a comfortable grip for you is. Now, we're gonna take that band and we're gonna pull the elbows up, but you want those elbows to stay up here, not down here. Now push those hands back towards me from the side. Pull. Nice and slow. You're gonna feel a little shaken, especially as you're resisting. You've got two phases of contraction going here. We're resisting. Pull. Push. Pull. Push. Now, when I pick up the tempo, I'm going to give you the option of adding a knee lift to this. First, we want to make sure we're not shrugging those shoulders. We're not elevating up here. We're keeping that space. Now, changing tempo, single counts. Pull, and I'm just doing a little bit of a knee lift every time. This is where it's going to start burning just a little bit. Keep those elbows up. Pull. Big breath out. Inhale through the nose. Woo! I'm feeling that. And a moment. Take that head, bring it down, shake it out. All right, back up we go. Let's just take those arms, shake them out for a second. Roll the shoulders. All right, one of my favorite exercises. Oh, I gotta go find my ball. It tried to run away. We got it, it did not escape. All right, this is a fantastic exercise for working the deeper part of our hips. We got the band around our feet. Now this is gonna look similar to the one where we tapped out. But what we're gonna be doing is pushing this knee into the ball and letting this ankle lift, almost like you're looking to see what's stuck on the outside of your shoe. The hard thing is to not let your body tilt. So you wanna just move that foot up just a few inches and down. So same rule as the knees. What if that's just a little too much? Can I just do this? Yes. Good. Out and down. Out and down. And we're gonna ignore the music on this. We don't need a tempo to do this. We just want to feel where you feel that's engaged. Never judge the exercise on the first couple repetitions. The muscle's not tired yet. Where we feel the burning is when the muscle's like, all right, I'm full of lactic acid now, I'm tired and I need a rest. That's why those deep breaths out, they help. They won't take all the burn away, but they will help. So externally rotating at the hip. Just digging this knee in as you lift that one out. Lift. So kind of like your rotator cuff that we did here. You're going to start to feel that deep burn and you're going to know, yeah, I think it's done. Stick a fork in it, it's done. Let's switch sides. Let's go right into it. Now since this is a video and you can pause it anytime you want, if you ever don't want to just jump into the next side, just pause your video, take your rest, come back on, do it when you're ready. Good. The more you do this stuff, the easier it will get. Some things will seem really challenging at first. Don't ever let that discourage you. Every day we get the opportunity. We get to do this. We're so lucky. Keep it going. Breathe it out. Almost there. There's one more option. We're going to rest for just a second here. Now, when we do both legs at the same time, makes it just a little bit more challenging. Both legs out, both legs in. Both legs out. Out. Good. We're just going to do a few more with both. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. That's awesome. Now we're going to set that ball down. We're going to set that band up. I'm going to give you 2 choices for stretching out this glute. There's the crossover stretch, where we sit up tall and take that elbow and just press it right in there. Some people like to pull their foot up. Now you're not stuck in this one zone here. You can go to the side a little bit. You can go this way a little bit. You can push down. The more forward I come. Now I found people that have knee replacements or severe arthritis in the knees, this just does not work for them. If that is you, I encourage you to stand, place your foot up, slight angle, bending your bottom knee a little bit, and then lean forward at the hip. That works nice too. Now, how long should you hold a stretch for? That's up to you. The longer you hold the stretch, the better. Most of the time, we just get to where we feel the stretch, and then we go, oh, okay, I felt it, and then you jump out of it. You want to hold that stretch. I usually recommend at least 30 seconds on holding your stretches, and they feel good. And don't be afraid to fidget. Find some different ones. You don't have to stay in the same spot. Maybe bring both hands back. That's just going to be a different spot. Let's go and switch sides. Again, either walk to the other side of your chair or cross over. Get comfortable. Get that elbow right in there. Hold on tight. Start with just a little one. Sometimes like translates more as pain, but it hurts so good. We're just going to keep it here as we lean forward into that thigh. Taking those deep breaths in and out. So I have one kind of bad hip, so I find that I have a lot different range of motion on both sides. It's important that we stretch both. I can go way further forward on this side than I can on that side. And of course, always make sure those abs are pulled in tight, just protecting that lower back. And let's slowly sit up tall. Now we're going to bring one foot out in front for a hamstring stretch, and we're going to lean into this. Lifting your tailbone high to the ceiling. And slowly working ourselves back up. Again, we're going to come down now, and we're going to reach up. Down, and reach. And again, I got that shock absorber. If I don't want to take it to that down and up movement, I don't have to. I can just hold that stretch. But we never want to bounce a stretch. Dynamic movement is fine. Bouncing, no. Good, last one. Switch it out. Hold that static stretch first. Tailbone lifted, relax your shoulders, tighten your belly, hold it. Tailbone lifted. Let's add that sweep and lift. Down. This is good for your lower back too. The muscles in your lower back are the ones that are helping to lift you up. Belly tight. Focus on that back. What I love about stretches like this, they're a 2-for-1 special. You're working and you're stretching, plus it just feels good. Let's bring that down. Now I'm going to have you take those hands all the way up. And we're going to bring the hands right into the chest. Now I want you to take your head to one side as you push those thumbs the other way. And slowly bring it through the front to the other side. Let's do one more. Now relax arms to the side. Let's let that head fall. Reach down. Good, and let's bring that chin through the front over to the other side. I hope everybody enjoyed your workout today. Remember to check out my other Fit Fusion videos that you can find on my channel. I look forward to seeing you again real soon, and everybody have an amazing day. Thanks again.